Did you know that girls often give off certain signals when they can't stop thinking about someone? These signals are subtle but unmistakable. In today's video, we're going to break down the 9 things girls say and do that reveal you've been on her mind. 1. She texts or calls you out of the blue. One of the biggest signs that you've been on a woman's mind is when she randomly reaches out to you, especially if it's not tied to a specific reason. If she sends you a text that says something like, "Hey, just thinking about you," or "I saw something today that reminded me of you," she's not just making small talk. She's letting you know that you've been in her thoughts. The key here is that these texts or calls are unprompted. She didn't need a reason to reach out. She just wanted to. Whether she's checking in to see how your day is going or mentioning something small that reminded her of you, these gestures are a clear sign that you've been occupying her thoughts. And it's not just the content of the message, but the timing too. If you notice she's sending these texts late at night or during her downtime, that's an even stronger indicator that you've been on her mind when she has the time to think about the people who matter most to her. 2. She brings up inside jokes or memories between you two. When a woman starts referencing shared experiences, memories, or inside jokes that the two of you have, it's a big clue that she's been thinking about you and thinking about the time you've spent together. These are the kind of things that stick in her mind because they carry emotional weight, and by bringing them up, she's reminding you of the bond you share. For example, maybe you had a funny moment together at a party, or you both share a particular inside joke that only the two of you understand. When she references that moment randomly, it's her way of signaling that she's been replaying that memory in her mind, and it's making her smile. This is her subtle way of testing the waters to see if those moments are as important to you as they are to her. By bringing up those shared memories, she's trying to keep the connection alive and remind you of the chemistry and good times you've had. 3. She asks you about things that are important to you. When a woman remembers and asks about the things that matter to you, it's a sure sign that you've been on her mind. If she brings up your hobbies, passions, or even little details about your life, it means she's been thinking about you enough to remember what's important to you. Let's say you mentioned you have a big meeting at work, or you told her about a project you're passionate about. If she asks you, "How did that meeting go?" or "How's the project coming along?" she's not just being polite. She's invested in what's going on in your life because she's been thinking about you. This kind of attention to detail shows that you've made an impact on her. She's not just letting your conversations pass by. She's remembering key details and making the effort to show that she cares about your interests and your success. 4. She gets a little jealous when you talk about other girls. Jealousy is a big giveaway that you've been on a woman's mind. If she's crazy about you, even if she hasn't come right out and said it, she's likely going to feel a twinge of jealousy when she hears you mention another girl, whether it's a coworker, a friend, or someone you're casually dating. You might notice her tone shift slightly, or she might ask more questions about this other woman. Even if she tries to play it cool, that little hint of jealousy is her way of revealing that she's been thinking about you and wondering if you're thinking about other women too. For example, if you casually mention a female friend, and she asks, "Oh, so how close are you two?" or "Do you hang out with her a lot?" That's her way of trying to gauge how much attention you're giving to other women. Her interest in this topic signals that she's been considering where she stands with you and doesn't want to be competing for your attention. 5. She makes an effort to spend more time with you. When a woman goes out of her way to hang out with you or create opportunities for you two to spend time together, it's a huge sign that you've been on her mind. If she's constantly suggesting plans or hinting that she'd love to see you more, it's because she's thinking about you when you're not around and wants to spend more time with you. For instance, if she says something like, "We should grab coffee sometime," or "I was thinking we should check out that new restaurant," she's actively making plans to be around you. This isn't just about filling up her calendar. It's because she enjoys your company and wants to be near you more often. If she makes an effort to include you in her life, whether it's inviting you to group hangouts or suggesting one-on-one time, it's because you've been on her mind and she wants to see where things could go between you two. 6. She remembers small details about you. One of the clearest signs that you've been on a woman's mind is when she remembers small, seemingly insignificant details about your life. Whether it's something as simple as how you take your coffee or what your favorite childhood movie was, these little memories indicate that she's been thinking about you even when you're not around. For example, if you once mentioned that you love a particular song or snack, and she brings it up later, "I was at the store and saw your favorite snack, so I got it for you." That's not just coincidence. She's been thinking about you and paying attention to the things you like, which is her way of showing that you're important to her. These small gestures and memories might seem trivial, but they reveal that you're taking up space in her thoughts. She's not just going through the motions. She's remembering those little things because she cares about making you feel noticed and appreciated. 7. She compliments you more often than usual. If you notice that a woman starts complimenting you more frequently, especially on personal things like your appearance, your personality, or your achievements, It's a strong sign that she's been thinking about you. Compliments are a way of expressing admiration, and when a woman is crazy about you, she'll find ways to tell you how much she appreciates you. Maybe she compliments your style, saying something like, "You always dress so well," or she might praise your sense of humor, saying, "You always know how to make me laugh." These compliments are her way of showing you that she's been paying attention to you and that she's thinking about you when you're not around. Compliments also serve as a way for her to get closer to you emotionally. By pointing out things she likes about you, she's trying to deepen the connection and let you know that she values you. So, if she's been complimenting you a lot lately, take it as a sign that you're on her mind. 8. She gets excited to see you. Another strong indicator that you've been on a woman's mind is her level of excitement when she sees you. If she lights up, smiles broadly, or seems extra energetic when you walk into the room, it's because she's been looking forward to being around you, and she's probably been thinking about you a lot leading up to that moment. Her excitement could show in her body language, like leaning in closer when you talk, maintaining strong eye contact, or playfully touching your arm or shoulder. These physical cues reveal that she's thrilled to be with you and can't hide the fact that you've been occupying her thoughts. If she's particularly bubbly, asking you lots of questions about your day or expressing genuine interest in what you've been up to, it's because she's been waiting to see you and is eager to hear more about your life. This excitement stems from the fact that you've been on her mind, and she's looking forward to spending time with you. 9. She brings up the future in conversation. When a woman starts bringing up future plans, whether they're short-term, like plans for next weekend, or long-term, like talking about vacations or holidays, it's a strong indicator that she's been thinking about you in a more serious way. If she's mentally planning things that involve you, it's because she's been picturing you in her future. For instance, if she says something like, "We should go on a trip together sometime," or "I was thinking it would be fun to do something for the holidays," it's because she's been thinking about what it would be like to have you in her life in the long run. She's testing the waters to see if you're open to those future plans and subtly revealing that you've been on her mind as someone she could see herself spending more time with. When she brings up future scenarios, even casually, she's letting you know that she's been considering what it would be like to be with you. And that means you've definitely been occupying her thoughts. So what's next for you? Discover the phrases women use when they're crazy about you, or learn how to tell if a girl is begging you to make a move.